First, we begin here at home with an update on a crash in West Lubbock last night that seriously hurt a motorcycle rider. It happened at 4th and Milwaukee around 6:45. Officers say 22-year-old Jen Hernandez was riding north on Milwaukee when a woman driving a car turned onto Milwaukee out of a driveway, colliding with Hernandez. He was taken to UMC with serious injuries. Police did not say who was at fault, and that investigation does continue today.